For years, Dimple Yadav has cultivated the image of a calm, composed, and soft spoken politician, rarely making headlines for aggressive politics. That image underwent a noticeable transformation during the protest over NEET paper leak at Delhi's Jantar Mantar, where the Mainpuri MP-led Samajwadi Party MPs confronted police personnel and remained at the forefront of the agitation. Her unusually assertive role has sparked fresh discussion within political circles over her growing importance in the Samajwadi Party and whether Akhilesh Yadav is preparing her for a much larger leadership position. Right from leading Samajwadi Party MPs from Parliament to Jantar Mantar, confronting police officers, arranging medical treatment for injured protesters, and speaking loudly against the BJP government. Dimple Yadav displayed an unusually assertive side to her that has become a talking point, as I pointed out, in political circles as well as on social media. 48-year-old Dimple Yadav, who hails from Uttarakhand, is currently a fourth-time Member of Parliament from Mainpuri constituency in Uttar Pradesh. Her father, Ramchandra Singh Rawat, served in the Indian Army before retiring. She married Akhilesh Yadav in 1999 and formally entered electoral politics a decade later in 2009 when she lost a by-poll in Firozabad against Raj Babbar, an actor turned politician who was contesting on a Congress ticket. Dimple Yadav finally entered Parliament in 2012 after winning the Kannauj by-election unopposed. She lost the seat in the 2019 Lok Sabha election but returned to Parliament in 2022 by winning the politically significant Mainpuri by-election following Mulayam Singh Yadav's death. Dimple Yadav first met Akhilesh Yadav when she was just 17 years old, while Akhilesh was 21, according to sources in the family, and at that time Akhilesh was pursuing engineering, whereas Dimple was still studying in school. Originally from Uttarakhand's Pauri Garhwal district, owing to her father's Indian Army background, her schooling took place across multiple locations, including Bhatinda, Pune, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and Army Public School in Lucknow. She graduated from Lucknow University with a degree in commerce. A senior SP leader points out that the army environment actually instilled discipline, self-reliance as well as simplicity in her. Both Akhilesh and Dimple Yadav were introduced at a party in Lucknow through a mutual friend and quickly struck up a friendship. According to people familiar with their relationship, they remained in touch after their first meeting. Soon afterward, Akhilesh left for Australia to pursue higher studies. But the distance, it seems, did not affect their bond and they continued to stay connected. Both Dimple and Akhilesh dated for nearly 4 years. After Akhilesh returned from Australia, his family began urging him to get married. It was then that he told his grandmother, Murti Devi, about Dimple. Their relationship faced resistance from both families, and it is said that Samajwadi Party founder Mulayam Singh Yadav was initially reluctant to accept the match because Dimple belonged to the Rajput community. Eventually, however, both families gave their consent and Akhilesh Yadav and Dimple Yadav got married on 24 November 1999 in a ceremony which was attended by figures such as Amitabh Bachchan and Rajesh Khanna. Together, they have 2 daughters named Aditi Yadav and Tina Yadav and a son named Arjun Yadav. Dimple overall stayed away from politics for nearly a decade, focusing on her home and her children. Before her active return to electoral politics, as she spent nearly a decade focusing on family life, gardening became one of her favorite pursuits. She has in the past joined massive statewide plantation drives and frequently champions ecological causes too. In the past few years, Dimple Yadav has emerged as a woman face of the Samajwadi Party. Her role during the Jantar Mantar demonstration has also reinforced speculation that the SP chief Akhilesh Yadav is gradually positioning her as the party's second most prominent face after him. Many within the party point out that Dimple Yadav has tried to maintain distance from political controversies. Even when faced with sensitive questions, her responses, they say, often reflect a considerable restraint. Ahead of the 2017 Uttar Pradesh election, for instance, many SP leaders recount how a number of Samajwadi Party supporters were thrilled to see even brief speeches by Dimple Yadav, who was considered a low profile at that time while she was campaigning in Agra. As per party leaders present during the protest at Jantar Mantar, Dimple's role was extended far beyond leading the march. She personally attended to the injured students, arranged ambulances and doctors, ensured they received drinking water, and remained with them even after several protesters and MPs were detained by the police. Not only this, she repeatedly questioned police officers over what she described as the excessive use of force against students, particularly women protesters. Machli Shahar MP Priya Saroj, who accompanied Dimple throughout the demonstration, said she had never seen the senior SP leader display such aggression in the past. She said she saw her in a completely different role, wherein she wasn't merely behaving as a politician leading a protest, but as a mother who was worried about the safety of her children. She also said that across the social media platforms, people are discussing the way she led the protest. Saroj also said that while politics has its place, humanity comes first, and Dimple ensured injured students received treatment, arranged ambulances, and kept checking on everyone. Many students themselves came to her and narrated what they had gone through, she pointed out. She was also listening to each of them patiently, she added. She also said that across the social media platforms, people are discussing the way she led the protest. Priya also alleged that police personnel behaved roughly with opposition MPs during the protest who had come to meet them. She also said that the police were pushing everyone near the barricades and Dimple's hand was rubbed during the scuffle, but she refused to step back. Even after they were detained and taken to the police station, Dimple, she said, remained focused on ensuring that the injured students received medical attention first. Another SP MP, Rajiv Rai, who was also present during the protest, said Dimple's conduct gained admiration even beyond party ranks. He said the manner in which she handled the protest was appreciated by everyone. He further said that the decision to organize a march from Parliament to Jantar Mantar was taken with Akhilesh Yadav's approval, while Dimple was chosen to lead it because she had been associated with the students' movement from the beginning. Dimple was associated with the Cockroach Janata Party's protest from the beginning. On July 16 itself, she had travelled from Lucknow to Delhi as part of a Samajwadi Party delegation to meet climate activist Sonam Wangchuk at Jantar Mantar, where she had expressed solidarity with the protesting students as well as with him who is on a hunger strike. 4 days later, she led SPMP's Paidal March from Parliament to the protest venue. The march, however, was stopped midway after police erected barricades to prevent demonstrators from moving ahead. A heated exchange followed between Dimple and police personnel before several opposition leaders and protesters were detained. During the protest, Dimple strongly attacked the ruling BJP and the Delhi police, describing the incident as a black day for democracy, and she accused the government of suppressing peaceful protests through force. Dimple Yadav, while accusing the BJP government, said it must fix accountability and ensure an impartial inquiry, and stressed on the fact that the country runs according to the constitution, not according to any ideology. Speaking to the media, and I quote, Dimple Yadav said, "The voices of peacefully protesting students were suppressed. Our demand is simple. The education minister should resign and the government must accept responsibility. The country has perhaps never witnessed such an arrogant, harsh and insensitive government," she pointed out. Traditionally, after party founder Mulayam Singh Yadav, Shipal Singh Yadav was widely regarded as the second most influential leader in the organization. Under Akhilesh Yadav's leadership, however, many party insiders believe that space is increasingly now being occupied by Dimple. Over the past few years, she has become noticeably more active at major party programs. Whenever Akhilesh is unable to attend an important event, it is increasingly Dimple who ends up representing the party. Her visit to Jantar Mantar on July 16 in support of Sonam Wangchuk when Akhilesh was absent was cited by party leaders as another example of this evolving role. Senior SP leaders say Dimple's political profile has expanded significantly since 2022. One SP leader told ThePrint that although she first entered parliament in 2012 after winning the Kannauj by-election unopposed, most in the party believe the turning point came after Mulayam Singh Yadav's death. The Mainpuri by-election held later that year presented a major challenge for the party. Relations between Akhilesh Yadav and Shivpal Yadav had deteriorated, creating fears of a split in the Yadav family's traditional political base, they point out. Another leader said that Akhilesh Yadav had already decided that Dimple would contest from Mainpuri. However, There were concerns within the party that if Shivpal may choose to contest independently or even support BJP, then it would not be easy to win there. It was during this period that Dimple played a key role in bringing Akhilesh and Shivpal together, the leader added. Her efforts contributed to the reconciliation between the two leaders, after which Shivpal campaigned actively for her. The result was a decisive victory. Dimple retained the prestigious Mainpuri seat by a margin of nearly 2.9 lakh votes, and party leaders argued that a campaign also demonstrated her ability to connect directly with voters rather than relying solely on the Yadav family's political legacy. Since becoming the Mainpuri MP, Dimple has significantly expanded her political outreach in Yadav's bastion. She has remained active in her constituency while also campaigning across Uttar Pradesh. During the 2024 Lok Sabha election, she addressed rallies in more than a dozen constituencies and emerged as one of the Samajwadi Party's star campaigners. Her media appearances and social media presence have also increased considerably compared with earlier years. A senior party functionary told ThePrint that this is part of a conscious strategy to strengthen the party's women leadership. As the debate over women's political representation gains momentum, the Samajwadi Party wants Dimple Yadav to emerge as its most recognizable woman leader. A leader pointed out that one will increasingly see her leading major campaigns and political movements in future too. According to him, her high-profile role at Jantar Mantar fits into this broader organizational strategy. Another SP leader ThePrint spoke to said Dimple's expanding role serves as an additional political purpose. He said that the BJP has long tried to portray the Samajwadi Party as a party associated with gundagardi, muscle power, and Dimple Yadav's personality offers a sharp contrast to that image. A senior leader said Dimple Yadav is educated, articulate, and carries a moderate public image. BJP leaders often launch personal attacks on Akhilesh Yadav, sometimes even referring to him as Babua, but they generally avoid making similar remarks against Dimple, he explained. The leader, however, stressed on the fact that Akhilesh Yadav would continue to remain the undisputed head of the party. Dimple Yadav's assertive appearance at Jantar Mantar protest now suggests that the Samajwadi Party is preparing her for a much larger organizational role. How this will be done and what we can expect in the future, we will keep you updated with all that. Thank you for watching.